it is. Got it. All right. And record. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us today. Today's topic for the 25th of July is increased productivity with time blocking. So, well, we won't keep you too long today, so we're going to jump right into it. Let me go share my screen. Do that, and then I can move that down. Press play. How's that? Is it coming out right?
Looks good.
All right. Productivity with time blocking. I'm a big time blocker as much as I possibly can. Everything's in my schedule for the day, even the things that I have to follow up with people, not just calls when I have things to do. So not to our agents that, out there, sometimes I say I'm on the phone or in an appointment, but sometimes when I say I'm in an appointment in a text, I'm in an appointment with myself because I got to get something done. That's not just a phone call or that, because everything will get pushed to the side. Everything you want to do, even though, and Debbie and I both know we have lots of those things that we want to get done that never seem to get done, projects and things, because we get caught up.
Yeah.
If we don't time block it, it will never get done. So today we're going to go over some ideas on how to time block to be more productive. So Deb, go ahead. I'll have you start.
Yeah. So up in the corner there, I have why. Why do you need to time block? Well, kind of exactly what he just said, but I do it as well because, we have so many things going on that if Tony and I did not time block out our day, we would not be able to talk to any of y'all because we'd be running around like a chicken with a head cut off, right? So same thing with you. We want you to be busy in your normal life and also busy in your business. And to be busy in your business, guess what? You have to schedule it because, as I said it before, and I'll say it again, you're the CEO of your company, so you need to structure it so that you are doing things efficiently. So we're going to try and help you out with that a little bit today, but it maximizes your focus. So you're focusing on one thing during that specific time. It increases your efficiency because if you have to have someone step in and help you, it's right there. So they know exactly. This goes back to what we were talking about before previously, right? It goes back to you already did your checklist and everything. So if you have to send something off to someone else, you can do so. It also prioritizes. Yeah. Yeah.
Prioritize.
That word.
I was having a hard time myself.
Restart. Yeah, it clears up your time and makes everything so that you have priority for what you need. Because if you have to go to the dentist or the doctors, or maybe you have a child's basketball game or something like that, you need to put it on your time block so you remember that that's there and you don't get caught up with something else. How many times do you say, okay, it's date night with the wife or the husband or the significant other, right? And a buyer calls, I want to put an offer in on this property, or I saw this property, let's go see it tonight. And you drop everything and you make your significant other really mad because you rush out to show this buyer who you've taken out 50 million times a house that you know darn well they're not going to buy, right? Prioritize your time, schedule it for the next day, go on your date. Okay, so we're not telling you that you have to be all work, work, work. We're trying to make sure that you have work-life balance. Okay.
And also, and kind of what you were saying is that prioritizing it is in who you invest your time in and what you do. So I say this at least 3 times a day to newer agents that are in the business and some that are thinking about getting in the business or in classes. Is that 85% of realtors get out of the business every 5 years. And it's never about money. It's rarely about money. It's usually about they don't want to invest the time in the business because they've risked or spent so much time doing the business, but it didn't equate to enough business or enough money for them to risk the time. And I think a majority of that problem was because of this time blocking and prioritizing your time. Some agents just go out there with every buyer, or just doing a shotgun approach to marketing, and it just is spending all this time on little different things that they don't have consistency with, that won't amount to business in the long term because they keep on trying different things. So hopefully that makes some sense. With time blocking and prioritizing your time and doing the right things will equal more business, so you don't feel like you're wasting your time. Did that make sense, Deb?
It does. It definitely does. I've kind of done this my whole life because I've been busy in some which way, so you have to try and figure out things. And at one point it was all work and no play for me. So you have to try and balance the life out that way. So one of the ways that you can do that is you're going to categorize your things that you have to do. And I highly suggest that everyone think about, like, sit down and actually think about this, right?
Mhm.
Don't try and do it on the fly. You want to think about, if you can do it, think of your year. When do you plan on having vacation? When do you plan on doing other things? When does school start? When does school end? When do your holiday seasons begin? Because we all have different denominations that we follow, and sometimes they're not the same and they're not standard. So put all of that stuff on a year at a glance so that you can see where those things are, and then break it down to the month. Right? Okay, so we know when those things are going to be. Now we have to get to the month. This month is coming up is August, right? So we're going to work on August, and we're going to think about all the things that we have to do in August, and even include on your checklists, your veterinarian visits for the dog or the cat, or the child visits, because you have to get them ready for school. So when do you have to go school shopping and stuff like that? Put that all on your list, right? And then you're going to figure out weekly, and then yeah, I still can't say that word.
I got it.
And then you're going to put in the different categories. You're going to do it by the day. Okay, so that'll help you figure out things. So brainstorm all the tasks that you want to do, put them in categories, and then break it down to more specific. When you're in the reoccurring, though, those are things that you have to do every single day, and they're non-negotiable, right? So what do you have to do every single day? You have to eat, you have to take a shower, and you should be at least making some kind of touch point with either doing pop buys. You can put your pop buys on there. You can put your calls in there. Everybody hates the calls. We all know that nobody wants to talk on the phone and make their calls. So do your calls when if you schedule out a time for it, sit down, close the door, and make your calls. Once you get your calls done, then you can open the door and move on, but at least it's done, and you will feel satisfied. I guarantee you will, because even if you didn't reach a single person and you got voicemails, it doesn't matter. You're still going to feel satisfied because you accomplished it. There's so many people that say, I don't have time to do that. I schedule myself out for, I'm working 9 to 5 every day on my real estate business, but I'm not doing anything. What are you doing? Are you cleaning your desk? Are you organizing things? Are you, oh, well, I'm hungry, so I got to get up and go get a snack, or I got to get a drink or something like that. Make sure that you are being productive when it's time to be productive. Does that
I
make
like it.
sense?
Yes, it is. And next there.
So here's a little to-do list kind of suggestion to try and help you figure those things out. I can tell you all this stuff, but if I don't give you an example, you're not going to figure it out, right? So recurring, you have not necessarily team meetings like we do, but you have weekly meetings. Maybe you, on your recurring thing, like I said, you want to make your calls in the morning or something like that. When are you prospecting? When are you picking up the child from school, and how long does that take you? Make sure you're putting time in there to work out, because our minds have to be physically fit, and so do we. And I'm not saying that you have to be Well, she told me I have to work out. I have to go to the gym. Get up and walk for 10 minutes. That's still working out. It's getting you up out of the chair and doing something physical, and then your mind will reset. I know Tony, when he's on his calls, he walks around all day long. He never stops. He just keeps walking and talking and walking and talking.
I do. I need to walk. I don't know why. Pace around.
Put your urgent ones in the urgent
I-
section. We got to have an open house on Sunday. That's urgent. It's going to happen. I need to get that listing appointment scheduled, right? Oh my goodness, I have offers to present. So I got to schedule time for that too. And as you can see, what I'm talking about here is mixing in your regular life with your business life. But when you're supposed to be doing business, do business. Obviously, emergencies pop up, but you get the idea of what I'm saying. So also include those happiness things, even if it's taking lunch or making a call to your best friend to or your sister or your brother or whatever it is, taking the dog on a walk, that makes me happy. Just petting the dog makes me happy. So, or the cat.
They
If
do
you have
say, people with dogs live longer.
one. Yep.
That's
People
one
with
of them.
cats have a lot of scars. That's what I
That's
find out, right?
right. All
And
right.
here's
Oh,
kind
go.
of what it looks like when you put it on the actual calendar. So, when you're carving out your day, you put things on the calendar so that and just so everybody remembers, if you're doing it in your Google Calendar, you can see that everywhere, right? It's on your phone, it's on your tablet, it's in your MoxieWork, so you can pull it up there when you're working. Who do I have to call today? Things like that. And you can color code it like this so that oh my gosh, this is a personal thing. I have got to pick Owen up at 5 o'clock every day. I've got to remember that, right? Oh, he has a softball game at 7 o'clock on Thursday nights. I've got to remember that. Put it in your time block so you remember. Again, it's going to go to all your devices. So you're going to remember that. Get used to making yourself accountable for your time.
All right. We won't keep it too much longer here. So we got lots of CE coming up. I gotta update my email because I'm missing a few of these.
Well, I just got the one from,
From
is this the
Mike have
updated one?
Yeah.
This isn't the updated one. I sent you an updated one. I just got Mike Ferrante's list. So he has a couple coming in August and September. So he does have a couple classes. I threw it on a new spread
Right. And I
PowerPoint
put
sheet, but
Mike's are $10. I put that in there too. So I
yeah.
apologize to send some out. Some people are like, these aren't free. I'm like, some of them are, most of them are.
Yeah, Mike's are $10. He's got a DocuSign class coming up in September, and he has ethics.
Good.
I
Good.
think ethics. Yeah, we have fair housing there. He has ethics. So he has ethics coming up in August.
So National Mutt Day gets 2 days, December
They
2nd
get
and
2
July.
days. This is a goodie for you guys. I missed you last week, so I thought this one would be good. And I even gave you a little uh-oh, I cut it off.
What did it say?
So this is National Mutt Day. Don't settle for anything less than a real estate mutt master. Pause.
I know I can't see it.
I cut it off. I'm sorry. Start your house hunting journey now and find your perfectly perfect home. So it's just a little crazy thing that you can put out on your social media to get the conversation started.
Definitely pets. Pets and motivational quotes are usually the top 2 things that people look at.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
But good. I think that's it, right? There we go.
That's it.
All right. Am I still sharing the screen? Yes.
You are.
There we go. Let's see. There we go.
Remember, everybody, the new purchase agreement is out there. I do have a YouTube video showing you how to go through it. It's for Ohio we're talking about. It is very good. It actually helps buyers and sellers. It's kind of written in more layman's terms, so it's not so much legalese. And I really feel that once everybody starts using it across the board and we're more standardized, that things will roll a lot smoothly in the transactions.
It will. I have some agents that, just don't like change and some that like it.
Yeah.
So always have both. So remember,
Yeah.
reach out to us if you need any help with anything. We appreciate you watching our video today, and we'll see you next week.
Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everyone.